This is part one on evaluation and using sources as evidence. And so, the first thing that we need to understand is that we must view issues and topics from differing perspectives. Pers- Perspective means a particular point of view or attitude regarding an issue or topic. Perspective can be influenced by factors such as age, race, belief system, time period that the person was alive. And so when we look at an issue such as the building of a new school in our community, and we want to research this topic, we must look at it from a variety of perspectives. So some of the sources should be supporting the building of a new school, and some of the sources we look at should be against. Right? We look at it from a variety of differing perspectives. We can obtain differing perspectives from a variety of sources. And there are a few different types of sources. The first type are primary sources. And these are original records, are first-hand testimony of an event. Right? So they were original records, are first-hand testimony. They were usually there at the event. And so some examples of primary sources include eyewitness reports, letters, diaries, journals, speeches, photographs, oral histories, and paintings. These were all original records or first-hand testimony of an event. Artifacts are another type of primary source. An artifact is an item made or used by people of the past. And examples include clothing, furniture, jewelry, and pottery. A second type of source are secondary sources. Secondary sources are a work that was created after the event. It was created by someone who did not experience the event for his or herself. And so, some examples of secondary sources include textbooks, biographies. Remember, a biography is a book that somebody writes about someone else's life. So, for example, if Mr. Long wrote a book about President Joe Biden, that is a biography. Another example of a secondary source, an encyclopedia, a documentary, a commentary on an event or a source. Those are all secondary sources. A third type of source is a historical source. Historical sources are sources from the past. For example, an original blueprint of a factory in your community, a newspaper article from 1875. Those are historic sources. A fourth and final type of source are contemporary sources, and those are sources from the present. A recent blog about Governor Mike DeWine's policy on gun control would be an example of a contemporary source.